I want to thank Audrey for inviting me here today. I've heard about the garden and I'm pleased to be here today. I'm Sikh. Like some other people in this world, I didn't pick what family I was born into. And once that kind of was clear to me, I decided, well, what kind of a world do I want to live in, be a part of, and become myself? Audrey asked me to speak about a prayer for something to end war, for peace. And I started thinking, people don't really fight over religion, they fight over interpretations. And they fight over interpretations with their ignorance, and they spread that ignorance. Genocide is something that Sikhs have defended others from and been victims of themselves. Just a couple of weeks ago in the news, reports came out where a police officer in India had confessed that he was ordered by his superiors to stage fake encounters and kill innocent people. And he has now gone into hiding himself. This is just one of millions and millions of unfortunate stories around the world. But genocide fundamentally is one group seeking to exterminate another. But what's the opposite of this genocide? I see all this anti-war stuff sometimes, and I'm like, pro-peace is probably a lot happier. And so for me, I said, if we practice humanity, to move beyond tolerance, to move beyond acceptance. I don't want to be tolerated. I don't even want to be accepted. I just want to see the world as with the one light and one energy in everything that's in me and in all of us. And what would the world look like that? I think there's one thing. There was the string of these massacres in the US last year, and I wrote something at the time just to reflect. I don't write very often, but it came out, and I said, there's something we can all do, we can all spread, and I found made a big difference in my own life. It was specifically taking 1 minute to turn a stranger into a person. Because a stranger we can call strange. We can mock a stranger. We can even direct ignorance, violence, and hatred against strangers. Because strangers, in a way, aren't human. They're not real people to some. So they don't practice humanity towards our human family. By taking 1 minute to turn a stranger into more of a person, it's harder to do a lot of the things about someone you might know now that you may have not known before. It's been my personal experience by taking 1 minute, just 1 minute, to say, before I pass judgment, before I take a perception or an interpretation on someone, to say, maybe I'll just take a minute to learn their story. Maybe they'll even become my friend. And this is the only thing that my life has now become blessed with so many people from so many backgrounds that all believe in one thing, humanity. Because that's all we are. And everything else leads us away from that. For Sikhs, truthful living is our actions. And they're much higher than any truth we can claim to read and learn and understand and belong to. Truth is high. Higher still is truthful living. The first Sikh guru, Nanak, said this, but I think this is an idea that many of us not only agree with and understand. So today I ask for one thing, to encourage it in our actions, in the circles around us, and encourage them to encourage it in the circles around them. Is question why we come to believe the things we do, to make the things we believe to be okay. We're part of a human family first and forever. That's a stand that's practical. It would touch so many more lives that a group of anywhere can do. So for the prayer that I wanted to share, Sikh prayers are very unique in that our current living guru is actually a holy scripture And this holy scripture is actually an interfaith text. It includes poetry by mystics, poets, saints, and the 10 Sikh gurus. And they all believe in one thing. God is one, known by many names. Truth is eternal, meaning no one owns it. We're just lucky if we can learn anything about it and try to spread it. So I want to share a poem. I think I read it before. I really like it. It's written by a Hindu mystic who used the terminology of his Muslim brethren for a prayer that's included in the Sikh book of worship, because that's the kind of world that I just grew up in, and I didn't know any better. And I started reading about it when I was 20. I was like, oh, this kind of fits with me. I can be a good Canadian. I can be a good Albertan. I can be a good Sikh. I can be a good Punjabi boy. I can be a good Albertan boy. So it says, Avali Allah Noori upaya Kudrat ke sab bande. Ek noor te sab jag upjaya Kaun pale kaun mande. Now, at the risk of sounding all foreign and exotic, I'd like to say this in English. First, Allah created the light. Then by His creative power, He made all mortal beings. From the one light, the entire universe welled up. So who is good and who is bad? O people, O siblings of destiny, do not wander, deluded by doubt. The creation is in the Creator, and the Creator is in the creation, and totally pervading and permeating all places. The clay is the same, but the fashioner has fashioned it in various ways. There is nothing wrong with the pot of clay. There is nothing wrong with the potter. The one true Lord abides in all. By His making, everything is made. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Just before the Raging Grannies come up, I've had a high alert message from Benjamin, who says, may I say some words about the systematic killing in Africa? You have 1 minute. You will be timed. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I thank you all. And it is my privilege to be in front of you today. My name is Benjamin. I'm activist with Occupied Mountain. It is my privilege really to be in front of you today. So the few words I have to say is that today we are here commemorating, let me say, genocide, like natives have been killed here some time ago, genocide like bombing in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, genocide all over the place in Africa, many places. What is not bad, it is good. But up to now, nothing is yet done to fix this mess. And we know that the responsible, or maybe capitalists, are the ones who are behind all these stories of genocide and systematic killings. But they are still doing it. Nothing is yet done to stop them doing that stuff, what they are doing. And whatever idea they can tell us behind the story of genocide, Holocaust, is just propaganda for them to make what they are doing. But as we are here today, the perpetrators of those genocide, they are still killing, like in Africa. They are killing, they change now the strategy of killing the people over there. They collect, they select African people, they corrupt them so that they can go ahead and kill their own brothers and sisters. Like in Congo, for 17 years now, these criminals have killed so far 12 million people, and they are still dying. What's not good, this is very bad. We don't elect people here like leaders for them to go and kill people in Africa or somewhere else. But that's what we see, that our leaders, once they're in power, they come like pawns of corporations. They go and they kill people all over the place. But we can keep commemorating, but this will not stop the killing of the people. So we can develop some ideas how we can stop this killing of human beings which are really, they are, for me, I can say that they are innocent. They are dying all the time, and if we are just keeping commemorating, we'll not stop that. So I was just requesting to the people, like an union, if we can get an idea to develop some ideas how to stop the genocide, the Holocaust, the way they are killing the people. I thank you very much.